James Turner for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so as I spent my time taking notes on all these fighters in the IBF featherweight rankings, because these are all guys that Angelo Leo could potentially be fighting, and I want to know who they all are, and I don't want anything to surprise me. This guy right here might have been my favorite one, as far as style, as far as how he carries himself, as far as all that stuff. And that's none other than the number 13th ranked IBF featherweight contender. And he's also number 15 in the WBC, and he's not ranked in the WBA or WBO. But Omar Trinidad, yes, Omar Trinidad from Boyle Heights, the fighting pride of Boyle Heights, Los Angeles, California. Really like this young kid, man. Right now he's 16-0-1, 13 knockouts. Let's talk about him. So Omar Trinidad, he's right now he's promoted by Tom Loeffler in 360 Promotions. That's actually where I even heard his name, because I do occasionally tune into those cards. I do like watching 360 Promotions cards. I think Tom Loeffler does a great job promoting fighters over there and keeping them active. To me, he's one of the unsung heroes of boxing, Tom Loeffler. But Trinidad's a fighter that's been boxing his whole life. He started boxing when he was 8. So, you know, that the guys like that, the boxing is a sport, traditionally speaking, where the earlier you start, the better it can bode well for you. It's hard to be a late starter, to start at 15, 16, 17, 18, and then, produce anything of significance in your career. So, he has that going for him. As far as his gym experience, because I know people like to always know who are these prospects sparred. Have they sparred anybody we know? He sparred 2 people we know very, very well. He sparred my favorite fighter of all time, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, and he's also sparred the now former IBF champion, Fernando Lopez. So that's obviously great work. That's the kind of sparring that keeps a fighter sharp, and those are some of the guys that I've discovered that he sparred. As far as his upbringing as well, he also grew up in Mexico for 3 years early in his life, so he's got that grit to his style that Mexican fighters tend to have. One of his influences was Jorge Paez, who we all know was a crazy fighter. Just fought with a different type of personality. This guy Omar Trinidad, he was a fan of Lucha Libre and Eddie Guerrero, so he's a big wrestling fan. He did grow up liking that stuff, and I liked Eddie Guerrero too. I was a wrestling fan too. And he's actually developed the reputation as a ticket seller and a fan favorite in the LA area. Just on the club show grassroots level, he's looked at as a guy that you have to see fight if you're a fan of boxing in the LA area, right? And I love his style. I love how he fights. I think he's got a beautiful style. He's what I would call an aggressive technician. He's got good fundamentals. He had this one knockout where a guy telegraphed his shot and he countered the hell out of him. So he's got really good fighting instincts, and he can be the aggressive counterpuncher, which I always do like. He's got a really devastating left hook, which he's shown in a couple of his fights. And overall, I don't just see a guy that's a big puncher or a guy that's just a gunslinger. I see a guy that's in the thinking. I see a fighter that knows how to feint, that has an educated jab, that puts educated pressure on you. And to me, honestly, when I look at the guys in the top 15, even though he's only ranked 13 right now, he's a guy that I think in a year will be in the top 10, if not top 5. He's that good, and I think I just like how he fights, and I think how the way he fights is very difficult to deal with, because he can be the boxer if need be, but he can always be the puncher if the heat comes his way. So he's someone I definitely have my eyes on. He's someone that I'm looking forward to seeing when he fights again. I don't think he's got anything scheduled right now, but I'll go ahead and check. And he's someone that I'll just say it like this. He's got a good height on him as well. He's 5'9", so he's a taller featherweight. And he is, in fact, scheduled to fight. He'll be fighting October the 26th at the Commerce Casino. That'll be out there in LA, and it's a 10-rounder. They don't have an opponent yet, but he'll be defending his WBC Continental Americas featherweight title, which that's what got him ranking position in their rankings and whatnot, and it's what's got him some standing in the boxing world. So watch out for him, man. Omar Trinidad, to me, is one of the best talents in this weight class from what I've seen, and trust me, if there's a weight class I've studied, it's this one. in my opinion, he's one of the guys that people don't really know about yet. But when he gets to that world level, I think he's going to be a real threat. So I don't know if he's going to go the IBF route or the WBC route, but either way he chooses to go, I think he's got a chance against anybody. He's got really good skills about him, and not even just his skills. I like his temperament. That's one thing I look for when I look at fighters. It's not so much just their skill, but it's also the temperament, how they carry themselves. How do they go about their business? And I like the way he goes about his business. He's not much of a trash talker, but you can tell he's still got that confidence about himself and whatnot. So you got to always have that to you. So those are my thoughts on Omar Trinidad. Aggressive technician with a big left hook and fights with a lot of confidence and a lot of energy in the ring, and someone that I think in the next year and a half will be making some noise in the featherweight division. So yeah. Look out for him, as will I, and I'll continue covering his career here on True School Sports. And yeah, if you got any thoughts about Omar Trinidad, leave them down below. I'd love to learn more about the kid myself and be more well versed on his career, because there's not a ton about him out there on YouTube. But I did the best. I did the best with what I could find, and yeah, that's my take on him. So yeah, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Contender, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.